Maulana Syed Abul Alaa Maududi was born in 1903. He was one of the greatest figures of the 20th century, a reformer, a thinker, and a revivalist. His thought and personality need no introduction. Sayyid Qutb once described him as the great Muslim, while Yusuf al-Qaradawi referred to him as al-Imam. Across the Muslim world, leading scholars recognized him with honor and reverence.
और वो ये है कि मन अहसन क़ौलन मिम्मन दआ इलल्लाह व अमिल सालिहन व क़ाल इन्ननी मिनल मुस्लिमीन। यानी उस शख्स से अच्छी बात और किस शख्स की होगी जिसने अल्लाह की तरफ बुलाया, नेक अमल किया और कहा कि मैं मुसलमान हूँ।
Researcher and a visionary. Whatever subject he touched, he strove to fulfill the demands of deep and honest scholarship. His works renewed Islamic thought, critiqued the attitudes of the Muslim community, and offered pathways for reform. He wrote on the Qur'an and its interpretation, on Hadith and Sunnah, on Seerah, history, and jurisprudence, always presenting a clear and balanced vision. He examined modern ideologies and philosophies, boldly presenting the superiority of the Islamic worldview. When you read his writings, you encounter a style both powerful and clear, logical, moving, and purposeful. His words awaken the mind, illuminate the heart, and guide the reader toward a Qur'an-centered vision. And this vision was not small. Maulana Maududi dreamed of reshaping the very thought of the Muslim Ummah, a lofty and noble dream. This dream found its earliest voice in 1932 with his journal Tarjuman al-Quran. Written with his very lifeblood, its pages became the foundation of a universal vision and a global movement. About it, he once said, "I wanted to become a mighty revolutionary force, turning minds from ignorance to Islam. I wanted to purify, enlighten, and reconstruct ideas on the pure principles of Islam. I wanted to present Islam not as a relic of the past, but as a living, dynamic system of life. I wanted to dismantle every form of misguidance and with deep research, solve life's problems in the light of Islam." This was Maulana Maududi's dream. This was his great resolve. His legacy has two great dimensions, intellectual and scholarly on one hand, and practical and movement-oriented on the other. In the subcontinent, he laid the foundation of the first Islamic movement in the modern world. Long before its formal establishment, he had prepared the ground through the vigorous campaign of ideas in Tarjuman al-Quran. That voice proved powerful, and when the movement was finally founded, it brought together some of the finest minds of the country in a historic gathering. For its leadership, Syed Maududi was chosen unanimously. The rest of his life was defined by struggle and sacrifice. He endured imprisonment multiple times for the cause of truth. In 1953, he was even sentenced to death for raising the voice of Islam. Yet never did he waver. Never did he abandon the path of his steadfastness and resolve. Alongside his companions, he worked tirelessly to establish the movement on firm foundations, investing in training, in literature, and in shaping an environment of Islamic revival. And in a remarkably short time, his writings gained global recognition. The movement he initiated, Jamaat-e-Islami, became known worldwide. From America to Australia, his influence spread. Inspired by him, organizations under different names emerged, all serving the same cause of Islam. Soon, there was hardly any major Islamic platform where his name and services were not remembered. Maulana Maududi's writings inspired generations of Muslims to understand Islam not merely as rituals, but as a complete system of life. His very first scholarly work, Al-Jihad fil Islam, came at a time of great confusion. Both Muslims and non-Muslims misunderstood the very purpose of jihad. With clarity and courage, Maududi explained it not as the eradication of unbelievers, but as the eradication of the power of disbelief. Another monumental achievement was his Quranic commentary, Tafheemul Quran. Among countless commentaries, this one stood apart for its living, dynamic style and revolutionary message. Called both a great exegetical achievement and a book of revolution, it was translated into many languages and embraced worldwide. In soothe, interest, Maududi addressed Islamic economics with mastery, answering questions both classical and modern, with unmatched depth and clarity. His Islam and modern economic theories took on capitalism, socialism, and communism, presenting Islam as the balanced alternative. In Islamic civilization and its principles, he rejected any sense of inferiority before Western civilization, affirming Islam's distinct culture and divine roots. His Islam Ka Nizam-e-Hayat was the first modern work to present Islam as a complete system, spiritual, political, social, and economic. With Khilafat-o-Mulukiyat, he gave a critical yet principled study of Islamic governance. And in Quran ki char bunyadi istilahein, he explored Ilah, Rabb, Deen, and Ibadah, sparking global debate and scholarly discussion. This is just a glimpse. The truth is, every essay, every booklet of Maulana Maududi holds immense value, carrying within it both guidance and material for deep reflection. When the King Faisal International Award was first announced in 1979, it was Syed Maududi who received the honor. Within a short span, his books were translated into dozens of languages. Hundreds of theses, dissertations, and studies were written on his thought. On 22 September 1979, Maulana Abul Alaa Maududi passed away in Buffalo, New York. He was laid to rest in Ichra, Lahore. Today, more than 4 decades later, his writings continue to inspire, his mission continues to guide, and his dream of Islamic awakening remains alive. May Allah's mercy be upon him 100 times over.